checkers, not chess. Chess, not checkers. He said it's chess, not checkers. That's what I listened. What he told me, I've been listening. Good.
Big man ting, smash a like button and subscribe. So the Mirror newspaper is reporting, in fact scrap that, the YB is exclusively reporting the conversation between Anthony, the cheek snatcher Joshua, and Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather. Allegedly, and this, to be fair, initially when I heard the words I thought, is that true? But then when I thought about it, it definitely is true, because this is all Floyd says. Floyd's got about 20 words that he has on repeat. What does he say? He says, I can't remember what he says, but he says, you know what I'm saying, he says about 5 words and they're all the same. Anyway, this particular, out of his 20 phrases, Floyd chose to use this particular phrase today. He said, Joshua said the ring legend told him that boxing is a game of chess, not checkers. Are any of you surprised you heard that? Listen, I'm not even, you're hating, no, let's call a spade here. Floyd has about 20 different sets of things, no matter what they ask him as well. Someone can ask him a mad question, and he'll come out with, it don't even make sense, he'll just spurt it out. You know what I'm saying? It's mad. I'm trying to think of a good example, but you know what I'm saying. He just says what he wants to say. Someone will ask him, Floyd, what do you think about something? And he'll just say, I make smart investments. And I make smart investments. The only man I know making smart investments who's got to fight YouTubers for an extra bag. Now, maybe he's just getting an extra bag for getting an extra bag's sake, but come on, man, about your investments. And you'll notice as well, he talks about the smart investments, but he don't never quote none, does he? He don't say, I invested in this, and it blew up. In fact, what we do know, he invested in that dead social media app that flopped. What was it called? He was plugging it hard, him and Justin Bieber. What was it called? It was like some dead, cheap Snapchat knockoff. I swear down. Look into it, yeah? Floyd Mayweather had his own dead Snapchat, and it flopped hard. I think this was even before Snapchat, to be fair, but either way, it's dead. So the point is, this man's got about 10 things. No, I rate Floyd as he got beat by De La Hoya, but whatever. I still rate him. However, AJ don't need more of this kind of talk, man. AJ needs to start getting around some proper people, man. Not all these goofy dudes. Floyd, in my opinion, goofy. You don't want to be taking advice from Floyd. Floyd will teach you how to bore the pants off of everyone. The only reason Floyd made pay-per-view sales, it was because everyone hated him. That's the truth of it. Now, he don't care, and that's good for him, but I'm saying the real fighters are the fighters who made money, not because of what they was doing, but because what they done in the ring. Now, yes, Mike Tyson had a colourful career outside of the ring, but that weren't really what people were tuning in for. Now, you've got people like McGregor who have taken it almost to another level. Although, not really. When you think about the help that social media is, if Mike Tyson had social media, it wouldn't even be close. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't even be close. Because he was as big, if not bigger than McGregor, 40 years ago, 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And just as an example, just look now. Mike Tyson has a sparring match and sells 1.6 million pay-per-views. And that really just goes to show. I mean, Mike Tyson was 2 boxing eras ago. Yeah, it's not the one before. The one before would be Vladimir and Vitaly. It was 2 eras ago, them men were. And he's having a sparring match and selling more pay-per-views than pretty much anyone. So, the point is, Floyd, we get it. You've got a few phrases you like to churn out. Chess is boxing is chess, not checkers. What does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? What does it really mean? What we do know it don't mean. Just because you chose, to go out there and bore everyone to tears, it don't mean that's what everyone wants to do. And I'm actually glad that Tank Davis has his own training team, because Tank Davis is about it. Now he's a bit of a shookhead. He don't like to fight no one decent, but still, he'll get there. Now and again, I don't even think that's Tank or Tank's team, to be fair. That's Gervonta Davis ain't fighting no one. That's Floyd. I swear down, that's Floyd. Floyd, when Gervonta Davis would have whooped Lomachenko long before Teofimo, and this is the problem with Floyd and his little sayings of boxing's chess, not checkers, and all this. Because guess what? Whilst Floyd Mayweather, when asked about Tank Davis fighting Lomachenko, his response was, we haven't got to fight him. You come out of all the excuses and all the reasons why it didn't need to happen. We'll fight him in 5 years. And guess what? A young, hungry lion in Teofimo Lopez stepped up and whooped the pound-for-pound guy all over the ring, essentially, and schooled him. And that's really... So you can't really buy too much into what Floyd says, because you don't really know what he's doing. Yeah, his career worked out well, but he's spoiling other people's careers. Gervonta Davis is one of them. He could have knocked out Lomachenko in devastating fashion, and all of a sudden now Floyd's saying, "Oh yeah, we'll fight Lomachenko." Well, it's no good fighting him now. That era of invincibility is gone. Now everyone can beat Lomachenko. He's washed up. So yeah, boxing is chess, not checkers. And I think let me interpret what Floyd means by that. When Floyd says boxing's chess, not checkers, he means it's more of a strategy game, like hit and not get hit, and don't take no risk, and you know what I'm saying? That's what he means by that. But unfortunately, your don't take no risk strategy ended up you missing that big opportunity which would have propelled Tank Davis into a much bigger star. Now, there ain't no one who's pound for pound left in that division now. Now there's just a whole load of low, hard fights that aren't really that rewarding. For me, Lomachenko was a high reward, medium risk fight. Now you've got to fight people like Devin Haney and whatnot. Young, hungry lions. Lomachenko's washed up. He's old, a million-year-old. And you threw that away. Now how this relates back to AJ is the same kind of thing. This whole chess, not checkers, and take your time, and it all just, for some reason, AJ seems to have all these people who are so negative around him at the moment. You've got McCracken who don't want to take any risk. You've got Floyd in his ear telling him not to take any risk. Where's the risk takers? Where's the guys in his camp that gas him up and tell him to go wash this dude? That's what I'll be doing. Bring me into the camp. Bring me in right now. That's what you need to do. Swear down. AJ needs to bring the YB into camp right now. All this extra stuff played out. Oh, I'm going to bring another... You don't need another trainer. You need a YB in there. I'll tell you what to do. I'd have sat down with him on Friday night and told him, this man's getting washed. I don't want to hear no more about it. Don't come back to the corner until this man's knocked out. That's what I told him. I'll say, you're not sitting down and you're not having a drink until he's knocked out. Yeah? You can drink and sit down when he's flatlined. The same as Manny Stewart did. Manny Stewart told Klitschko, don't bother coming back until he's out of here. Where's these dons in his camp? You got AKA Skins there, just sitting there hanging on. You know what I mean? There's a whole bag of following dons. A whole bag of Pied Piper dons. Just following the leader. Just trying to get the scraps. It's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Wow. How are you going to have a whole 30-man deep team with not one general in there? You know what I'm saying? Just a whole bag of prangheads in there. And the thing is, to be fair, the YB ain't got nothing to lose. That's what you need, a don in there who ain't got nothing to lose. Posted up in the basement. If you take the YB fresh out the basement, I'll go back there. I've got nothing to lose. But the problem is, AJ and his team, you know what I mean? They've all got something to lose. They're all sitting there doing the maths. If he loses, then... Yeah, I'm going to pay... I've got my kids in... Skins has probably got his missus in the red bottom, just doing the math, thinking, you know what I'm saying? Same as McCracken. McCracken's probably got about 30 properties, and he's doing the maths, trying to work out where he's going to get one next. There's a nice one in the south of France. AJ better not get knocked out. And that's what's going on. A whole bag of prangheads in the camp, just messing up the... Killing... I'll tell you what they are, yeah. They're the type of dons, yeah. They're just trying to kill the vibe. To kill the vibe, dons. Yeah? I'm trying to think of an example of a, like, an example of someone who goes too far. Like, this is actually a perfect analogy, yeah? There's two sides of a coin. There's two sides of a distribution. You've got the left-hand side and the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, you've got AJ. His whole team is, you know what I'm saying? On the other side, though, you've got Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard's team go the other way. They're just too gassed. You know what I'm saying? They're just too gassed. Tell him in round 4 to empty the tank, and then he's get. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to get a good middle ground. You need a few of each. You can't have a whole gang of gas man in your camp, because you end up like Anthony Yard, just gassed out of his mind, ain't got a clue what's real anymore. Anthony Yard don't have a clue what is real anymore. He couldn't see the truth if it was slapped him in the face. He just can't. His team are too gassed. AJ, on the other hand, it's the other way. They're just way too risk averse. And all this, it's chess, not checkers thing. No, that's played out. Done. Don't need to hear more of that. In AJ's case, we need someone needs to be in his ear. I don't know who it is, but someone needs to be in his ear telling him. Never mind chess and checkers. Never mind no dead analogies. Let's get it. Yeah? Let's get it. Let's go spread some cheeks. Let's wash this guy. Let's baptize. You know what I'm saying? Let's give this good. Let's take this man back to birth and baptize him good and proper. Where are these kind of individuals? And we're getting to the crunch time now. Or, in fact, we're all arguably, at the moment, in my opinion, it's 50-50. Fury may or may not bottle it. But if you don't bottle it, the crunch time is here. There ain't no more time now. There really ain't. There ain't no more time. This is it now. The fight of AJ's life is next. Now, in a way, it's not really the fight of his life. There ain't really no risk. He ain't going to get knocked out. So it's not like a... But it's about winning, isn't it? And almost, I feel that AJ beating Fury, it's almost connected, or it is connected to whether he knocks him out or not. It's kind of like you're either going to knock Fury out or fundamentally whoop him and touch him all over, or you're probably going to lose. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying I think there's a possibility that AJ touches him all over and wins on points still. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't quite knock him out. But what I'm saying is, either way, the main ways I see AJ winning, he would have been dominant and pushing the pace and being the aggressor. As yet, we haven't seen that side of things. So all this not checkers business, you know, I don't need to say any more on it. Don't need to hear it. Leave that where it is. Because that idea got your man Tank, you know what I'm saying, missed the trick.